from West London. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing today?
Hi, Shay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. What are your thoughts on all of this then?
Personally, I totally get what Liliane was saying just then, but I think there are certainly so many ways that we can overcome this mum guilt, and we really shouldn't be feeling this way. I think a lot of it comes down to prioritising ourselves and looking at the ways that we can prioritise what's important to us. And I have a holistic wellness company called London Mum Fitness, and I always encourage my clients and community to exercise, because that will certainly help so many things, not just physically but mentally as well. Just that simple fact of moving our body will just make us feel so much better, because we have to remember that we can't pour from an empty cup.
Sure, that's a fair point.
I think being mums, I'm a mum of 3, so I certainly know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
In terms of that we need to lower our expectations. And that if we focus on ourselves, even if it's just 6 to 10 minutes, something as small as that, we'll feel so much better. We really will.
So much I'd like to discuss on what you've said then. So you have your own business, you're a businesswoman, you're a mum of 3. Genuinely, you feel that you can have it all? Are you saying you've never kind of had that moment of mum guilt?
No, certainly. I always get that moment of mum guilt. Like, for example, sometimes, as we're speaking right now, I've got my daughter here who's playing with her own toys, for example, and thinking I'm not giving my 100% to her, but at the end of the day, I need to work at the same time, and I know that what I'm doing, I'm supporting other women like myself to make themselves feel good, and to show that, when you exercise, even if you exercise with your kids around you, for example, lots of people say, oh no, people use kids as their excuse not to exercise, for example, and that is, a feeling of guilt. That shouldn't be the case. If your kid is with you, let them watch you, get them involved. For example, you could do things like, squatting with them, like holding them up. You could do a press up and kissing them. You could, pop them on your hips and do glute bridges. So it's about getting them involved, and then you're actually working on yourself and not having that mum guilt. So it's about, shifting perspectives, as it were.
How have you managed to do that over the years? How have you managed to, as you say, shift the perspective to kind of deal with and cope with the mum guilt then?
I think it's just thinking about, if I look after myself, if I do that little, the few squats, few press ups, few glute bridges, I'm going to feel better. Then once I've done that just for 6 minutes, I can then focus on them 100% and be present for them. It's about finding those small pockets of time, and those small pockets of time doesn't need to be 45 minutes, an hour. It's honestly, it doesn't, all these things are about exercise snacking, for example. It doesn't need to take long, but it will make you feel good. So you've ticked your box, but you're also ticking their box as well, because then you're a lot more energized for them.
And how do they react to that? Have you found that they now are starting to exercise more with you as well?
Oh my gosh, completely. Honestly, it makes me so happy. So, for example, sometimes I always seek to have my golden hour in the morning. I set my alarm early at 5:30 to get up and try and get my exercise done without any interruptions. If they do get involved and they do come downstairs, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes they'll do downward dogs with me. They'll do mountain climbers. They'll do squats with me. And then, sometimes if I finish my workout, my son recently says, Mummy, now you've done your exercise, are you going to do your cool down? And that just makes me so happy to hear that what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, what you've got to remember is that whatever you do, your kids will love, because they adore you for whatever you do. Like, they think that you are amazing.
I mean, I want to hold on to that for as long as possible, Sarah. I'm hoping that my daughter will feel that way forever. Now, just quickly, how can people get more on your business that you mentioned?
So I've got a website, which is London Mums Fitness. That's LDN Mums Fitness, and also Instagram at London Mums Fitness as well.
So lovely speaking to you, and thank you for picking up the phone. Thanks for calling into the show today. 0800 731 2000 is the number if you'd like to talk about